I'll just do it myself. Have you ever caught yourself saying this? Like, have you ever caught yourself just saying that to somebody around you? Because I used to say this all the time. I'll just do it myself, I see has had two massive negative consequences. The first is on the business owner themselves, and the second is on the team member that might already be in place to do the thing that you're saying, I'll just do it myself. I believe there are many things as entrepreneurs we say to ourselves all of the time that hold us back. And not just ourselves, sometimes these things can actually hold our team members back or even stop us from acquiring team members in the first place. And I say this from personal experience as an entrepreneur, started out hustling and grinding just to get stuff done with no real afterthought as to what kind of impact the self-talk I was having. And not just the self-talk, I'm specifically referring to individual phrases and sentences that I now see as super damaging in terms of growth of an individual, growth of a business, growth of other individuals, and how that can impact the growth of the company. So at no level is this thing that I'm going to share helpful in any way. I can definitely say that from personal experience. And it's likely that what I consider to be one of the worst might not be the same as it is for you. And that's totally fine. I think after going through this journey and process over the last couple of years at different stages of my personal growth as an entrepreneur and personal growth within my businesses, there are different things that have had a different impact at different times. And early on in my career, especially in the last 3 to 4 years, there were certain things that I would say that were super damaging, but I didn't realize just how much. It's only now as I've started to grow as a business owner that has team members and other responsibilities that I did not have a couple of years ago that I now see certain things that I say is super limiting. And it's only after having built quite literally an amazing team full of amazing individuals that I can see things more clearly. And also, it's only now after spending time with coaches, mentors, and business partners that I really see the impact of some of the things I used to say that were totally on autopilot and just how much they were holding me back and holding the growth of my company back at the same time. So you're ready for what I consider to be one of the worst things you can say as a business owner is. And I believe this is, I'll just do it myself. Have you ever caught yourself saying this? Like, have you ever caught yourself just saying that to somebody around you? Or do you ever say it to yourself? Because I used to say this all the time. I just thought, I'll just do it myself because I can get done faster. I'll just do this myself because I can do it better than anyone else. Whatever the reason after the because, it didn't matter. It's just that first part that's the super limiting part. I'll just do it myself. And just from personal experience, one of the reasons why I started this podcast was to share all of the mistakes, lessons, but also the good things and the growth and the things that have worked as part of this podcast, in the hope that people like you listening to this or other entrepreneurs take what is valuable and apply it into your own businesses. And I'll just do it myself, I see has had two massive negative consequences. The first is on the business owner themselves, and the second is on the team member that might already be in place to do the thing that you're saying, I'll just do it myself. And this is what I saw. As my company was growing, I was slowing down the growth of the company growing by stepping back into roles that didn't require my input, but I thought I'll just do it myself anyway and get it done faster. That might be true in the short term, but in the medium and long term, things will not move faster because the thing that you are stepping back into will always be relying on you. So until you recognize what steps and processes are in terms of why you stepping back into those, they can't be filled by whether it's someone else that coming in to do the thing. They can't be filled until you step out of those 100%. And the second thing was, without me even realizing it, I was actually stopping the growth of the team member that was in place at the time. I didn't recognize this when this was first happening. It's obviously now with hindsight and a great self-awareness of how things that we say as business owners impact individuals around us. But yeah, definitely it was by me just saying, I'll just do this myself, I was stopping the growth of the company, and I was also stopping the growth of the individual at that time. To actually step out of the grind and the hustle and build a business that actually thrives and is profitable without any burnout or frustration, I've come to realize 3 core things that are linked to I'll just do it myself. Finding the right people to come into my business has meant that they could do things better than me. Like as hard as that was to like comprehend a few years back, there are people way more skilled, way more knowledgeable, and have better skills suited at certain tasks within my own company. And I'm totally fine with that now. In the beginning, when I first started building a team around my business, analytically, I kind of understood it, but deep down, I didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. So me just saying I'll just do it myself was basically me stepping back into the day-to-day hustle, the day-to-day tasks, when there was no real need. There were people already in place that could do things essentially better than me to free up my time, to move the company forward in a different direction and look at it from a bigger picture. The second point is it's better for the team member involved to learn and grow and figure things out for themselves. And if mistakes are made along that way, that's totally fine too, because that will highlight a couple of things. First, it will highlight, is the person the best fit for the role that's making these mistakes? And if they're making mistakes, that's totally fine. I think that's how we learn and grow faster. And that's just me speaking from like personal experience as well. I made a ton of mistakes, but the way I've grown as a business owner, as an individual, is to quite literally learn from those mistakes. But the second part of that is it will also highlight the mindset of the individual that's accountable for that role. Because are they just making mistakes over and over again, or are they learning, or are they making mistakes and then learning from mistakes? Because that is key. If you can see that in a team member, then you literally have like the right team member in place. Absolutely, definitely. I can attest to that on so many different levels. And the third is it's the combination of the first point, so finding the right people to come into the business, but also allowing the team member to grow by learning from the mistakes. It's actually helped me shift into a better business owner and a better individual, because it's allowed me to see things from a macro level rather than a micro level, and allowing things to unfold in the way that they need to unfold. If mistakes are being made in a role or a position, or even with client-facing tasks, mistakes are fine. Like, they're always going to happen. The key aspect is to see them and then see how the team member that's involved is actually being accountable for those things. And I can pretty much guarantee now that if I was still saying things like, I'll just do it myself, the company wouldn't have grown. We would not have the foundations of a really solid team in place. And there's no way that individual team members, myself, and the agency would not have evolved into the direction that it's evolved. And it would probably mean me still doing all of the tasks, all of the stuff in every department of the agency and working all hours under the sun, which goes directly against literally what this podcast is about. It's about making a profitable business and stepping into the role of a business owner and removing yourself more and more from the hustle and the grind that keeps pretty much a lot of entrepreneurs stuck. So I hope this has been insightful. I'd love to know what you think your limiting self-talk is, and even the talk that you say to your team members. I'd love to know, like, if you've caught yourself saying anything like this, please let me know. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook and post comments and let me know what this is. So yeah, thank you for listening, and see you guys on the next episode.